Okay, I'm actually recording now. So I'm gonna go hang out with Auntie's Choice. It's opened up a little bit. Now I got 2 choices to go. A new point of view. If you're defeated while wearing this helmet, you may pay 1,000 bits to continue. Okay, so I want Auntie's Choice. We'll go with Niles. Probably best not to complicate things with enemies.
Visiting Auntie's Choice employees, affiliates in training, and ethically grey consultants who labor with committing to a side. We took what nature heedlessly assembled and vastly rebettered it through artificial means. We strive to be
Where'd you learn how to weld, anyway? Some fly-by-night indentured internship?
I'm a self-taught self-starter.
Self-taught self-starter.
artificially enhanced existence through the conspicuous consumption
No bounties.
of unavoidable embedded chemicals with Auntie's Choice.
God, imagine living here and just hearing that over and over.
Life is a life that's sweeter.
Live a life that's sweeter.
With Auntie's Choice.
Word on the street is you're all fired goal-oriented.
These raps are due for Eden. Where are the ones bound for... Hey, you haven't seen any loose raptidons running around, have you?
No.
Unbelievable. Last time I got stuck with the blame for someone else's ineptitude, I got demoted 2 full ranks. You wouldn't happen to be someone well-versed in weapons, explosives, and/or advanced hand-to-hand fighting, would you? And, you know, work cheap?
You want a highly trained mercenary at cut-rice prices?
Uh-huh. Exactly. You in?
I'm in.
Oh, good. Someone competent and undemanding. If the
Oh
rats
God,
aren't
I should.
here, they've gotta
Maybe I
be
should
on the creature
lay off
combat
the side
conditioning
quests a
deck.
bit.
Unbound and undoubtedly pugnacious. This here card will give you access to the elevator at market compliance. That, in turn, is behind the value-added esplanade next to the entrance to head office tower.
Oh my
See any
God.
raps loose there? Shoot, explode, or thwack them unsparingly.
Whack.
Probably for the best we put these raps down before they come across any unsuspecting marketeers.
Then again.
There's a lot of volatility out there right now. The market hates uncertainty.
Client intake specialist.
You go on ahead.
Please have identification, transfer work, and a reasonable bribe at the ready. Ah, you're not a transfer or visiting Auntie's Choice employee. I'll need to check your current standing with corporate affairs.
Is that necessary? I have an invitation from Gertie Hewitt, VP of Product Development.
Oh, I didn't realize I was talking to such a big wheel. Afraid I still need to check your record with us, big shot.
Fine.
Alrighty. Commencing review. Estimated wait time, unknown. Really? Reads like a recap of an Aetherwave drama. You're clearly a valued partner of Auntie's Choice. But your standing with us could be higher if you accepted our special offer. All it requires is allowing us to affix an Auntie's Choice hollow advertorial inside your ship, so you can bear our messaging with pride and share it across Arcadia.
Oh, is that hollow avatars on inside your ship so you can bear our messaging with pride? No, 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 absolutely not.
Go on ahead anyway. You're a valued partner after all. Enjoy your time on the ACS Undisputed Claim, the pride of Auntie's Choice corporate war fleet. Here's a ticket to the first stop on the Profit Mover Trimicular. From there, amble through the Esplanade to the head office tower reception desk. They can contact Vice President Hewitt and provide details on our exciting contract opportunity.
Came here because I heard Auntie's Choice was contracting. And I heard about the job. Not for me.
What did it say?
You're the maverick freelancer from the wireless.
From the wireless. Always check the toilets.
This area is for client intake specialists only. So, I admire your go-where-I-want attitude.
Yeah, that's pretty much.
It's time for profit forecast time. Starting with product development, the boar's loaf and butter of our entire operation. Thanks to our marketing wizards selling this system of incremental product.
General goods.
You have questions? We have answers. Anything you need to
Contract
know about this
query
prime location
replier.
for a minimal price. Well, farewell.
Yeah, sure. See ya. Have fun.
Trimicular, arriving any moment now. Approaching station. Client intake.
Profit mover trampular.
Wow, this is first class.
Get results. Writ large in blood.
Oh. All access path to the profit mover trampular.
Sheet. You're welcome in. The ACS Undisputed Claim is not only our corporate headquarters and flagship, it's the heart of our efforts to spread unbridled self-betterment and free trade across the galaxy. Our flagship also sports a bustling commercial promenade where you'll find a wide assortment of products, wares, and miscellaneous bric-a-brac from all Auntie's Choice departments. Always remember, commercialism is the foundation that Auntie's Choice Society is based upon. Not because we worship bits, but because of the system's glorious efficacy. While the Protectorate decide what its subjects get, we respond to what you want through your decisions as
Hey, you, soldier with the, arm. Got a delivery for you. Got a delivery for an Inez Silong?
Why she got delivery?
I mean, I'm sure it's you, considering there aren't many of you folk running about. But I've got to ask, company policy.
Yeah, it's me all right. Who is asking exactly?
Hey, just a courier friend. Nothing funny like. A soldier named Ortiz hired me to find you. if I
Ortiz?
could, and deliver this message.
What's the message say?
Couldn't tell you. The client paid extra for complete confidentiality and prompt delivery. As a reminder, we don't offer return to sender service unless you pay double plus expediting charges. Until next time.
Ugh, ain't heard from Ortiz in months. When we get back to the ship, let's give this a watch.
Oh, she'd probably gone to the ship.
making us money, friend.
Into Auntie's Choice's steamed and valuable disposable agent.
Whoa, this looks better than I ever dreamed of. Reckon you can buy, sell, and eyeball just about any commodity worth having.
Astonishing new conglomerate Auntie's Choice to Arcadia. Auntie's Choice delivers the unimaginable.
God, it's huge.
You may envisage equitable profits, beneficent scheduling, and
You there, yes, you! You feeling famished, peckish, hoggish, malnourished, audacious, voracious, rapacious, avaricious, predacious, or even just plain hungry? I've got you covered. The best way to stop
This tower for details on this exciting opportunity.
the story of Auntie Cleo versus
feeling queasy, you have ales, I have cures. Excellent. Made by the finest of aunties of... You'll need to see Dr. Armbruster for that, I'm afraid.
Just up the stairs.
Oh, hey, think you dropped something?
little person, as they tried with us at Town City. But did Auntie Cleo take Spacer's Choice devious shenanigans lying down? No!
Step right up. We cure all physical ails.
For the... When you can't stand...
Ever miss a limited time offer and wonder about how your life would have been?
Not really.
It's the burning. Welcome to the bottom runger, exclusive home of the Raptidon Bite.
And I endorse this message.
That's what everyone, and I do mean everyone, wants to know. No, friend. I finally caught N-rays in a bottle with this one. Not sharing the secret of our success with anyone. However, you are welcome to sample a few and attempt to discern the ingredients for yourself.
Forecast time, starting with product
Mayor Date.
development, the borscht loaf and butter of our entire operation. Thanks to our marketing wizards selling this
Head office.
incremental product improvements, sales of new and improved stimulants and nutrition supplements are up 11%.
Profit mover Trampula. Head office tower. Market compliance.
Getting this big promotion.
Corporate negotiation.
Can't tell the difference between cover and concealment. Well, welcome, future repeat customer. I can tell just by looking at you that you'll be back again and again. Ready to make a purchase? I've got armor in all shapes and sizes and for all occasions. Though I'm guessing you get shot at more than occasionally.
Yeah, more than occasionally.
Welcome. Here at Ari's Arm,
Air-cooled machine gun. Biomass shotgun.
Let me know when you needed a stretch.
God.
On your command.
Is that it then?
Can't tell the difference between cover and concealment. Between the easy heel loafers and spectrum brand bandits, I pit our least bankable tossball team against the
Could sure use a few more contractors like you on the payroll.
pushovers any day of the fiscal week. Even with half our team's 32 backs benched, they forfeit by
Any moment now. Any moment now.
Imagine the ad windfall. Our athletic assets would achieve full profit potential as human billboards. Of course, I also enjoy the simple pleasure of watching professional athletes bludgeon each other. Such a relatable interest. See, subordinates, I'm just like you. Until next time, look for me in the Platinum Executive Skybox above the line of scrummage. Anti-Cleos was specifically founded to fight what nature inflicts, to offer higher quality pharmaceuticals designed to be better than nature, because nature wants to kill you. Since then,
Nature wants to kill you.
evolved, consumed the first of
I need an all-access pass.
that original goal remains. One of our goals. Yes, now we strive to spread
Check the toilet. Anyone left their badge?
betterment throughout the galaxy.
Nope.
But we do so knowing you
Value added.
well fortified by our
This must be where the head offices are.
drive.
Whew, it's all right. Stand up tall.
I see you decided to accept my invitation. Good. I do hate having to follow up. Ordinarily, reception here would detain you in a whole song and dance, but you're no common contractor. You're my honored guest. And as such, I've informed them there's no need.
A pleasure to meet you in person, Gertie.
I wanted to formalize my gratitude for your assistance on Greater Tranquility Station. What a shame our negotiations were so violently digressed. I felt we were making real progress, notwithstanding a subsection or two.
There's more than one way to make a killing. Why, I was just watching the latest bout between the easy heel loafers and the zero-G shooters. Just quality cleaving from huck off to the closing steam whistle. And
Is there any possibility of the negotiations resuming?
In fact, that is
Yes.
what I summoned you here to discuss. Some messages have indeed been sent hither and thither through back channels. Alden remains convinced an agreement can be reached, and I concur. Mayhaps we're both overly optimistic, but if there's even the remotest chance of bringing the Order and Auntie's Choice together, the profit from doing so far outweighs the risk.
We all need to put on our winner face. Go the extra even zone. This is a marathon, not a sprint to get humped in the Wednesday zone. Although it is that too. Sometimes you can't score a body goal without an offsides huck. Play by the rules or play to win. You can't do both. Feeling motivated? Certainly you are. Now, step up to the line of scrummage and let's bludgeon the competition. See you at center field.
The story of Auntie Cleo versus the
I'm intrigued. What's involved in getting them to work together?
To begin, you'll need to gain favor with both the Order and Auntie's Choice. I
Fair
expect
enough.
the Order will want you to, I don't know, clap some chalkboard erasers together or something. Do whatever you must to earn an audience with our respective leaders and convince each to agree to meet and continue the negotiations.
That's it. Doesn't seem terribly difficult.
You're confident, a fine quality, at certain occupational tiers. But mind that you're not overconfident. Auntie hates grandstanding. Obviously, you will need help to smooth over any points of contention during the negotiation, which will require some verbal finesse, but worry about that step upon reaching it.
Sounds good. Count me in.
Capital! As I mentioned before, you'll first need to earn an audience with the presiding bishop and our very own chief executive before this plan can go ahead. When it comes to the Order, approach their laureates. They seem to run things. On our side, work with the VPs, improve their opinion of you, and gain their trust. Oh, and you might see about improving your oratory skills in the meantime. Persuasive rhetoric will certainly be valuable during the upcoming negotiations.
Your toil is netting us. It's time for profit forecast time. Starting with product development, the borscht loaf and butter of our entire operation. Thanks to our marketing wizards selling the sizzle of incremental product improvements. Sales of new and improved
Some questions.
Certainly.
Hey, more about you.
Adorable.
I am
Yes, you'll be
adorable.
asking me
Thank you
to
very
name the
much.
time I overcame adversity in the workplace. What is anyone apart from the function they perform? To wit, I am my job. And I rather think such an esteemed position speaks for itself.
This ship is enormous. Anywhere you'd recommend visiting in particular?
If price matters, there's the bottom runger. Dingy little watering hole on the Esplanade. Not glamorous, but you won't contract anything fatal from the drinks there. Probably. But for a person of means and taste, the best choice is undeniably the finest gin mill on board. They tried to name a drink after me once, you know, but I refused. Too gauche. You'll find the best choice in the upper portion of the promenade.
Can you tell me what Auntie Cleo's like? Do you like working under her?
Oh, answering that would come dangerously close to upward communication, which is not something we advocate in Auntie's Choice. Wouldn't want the junior ranks getting the idea that they can review or, law forbid, critique their seniors. Suffice to say, Auntie Cleo is without peer, quite literally. This corporation would be adrift without her as our steady bellwether.
do better. I'll give it to you straight in my quarterly underperformance review.
That's all for now.
Excessive corporate
Attention, morally gray outsider. Hello, daring. As Idas help explore the wilds. That now and.
Won't be any malfeasance if you
Well, wonderful to meet you. CF Pendergrass III, Strategic Reconfiguration. It's not every day we have such a capable operative accept our invitation to the undisputed claim. While it was those ill-fated peace talks that got you here, I've kept tabs on you for a good long time.
Yes, we've all kept tabs. Auntie and I have spoken about you several times now. Ursula Ormsby, Proprietary Insight Acquisition. You'll report to both of us. For now.
Indeed. It is our pleasure to meet you, and I am beyond tickled to welcome you to Auntie's Choice.
Tickled. Well, I like the sound of that. What do you need?
We need someone not shaped by Auntie's meritocracy. It serves its function, but our workers tend to focus on rung climbing. We need an individualist who sees unorthodox solutions. A daring, non-conforming perturbation ameliorator to implement our monopolistic mercantile methodology plan.
More succinctly, we are recruiting an expert outside consultant.
And what exactly are you looking for this consultant to do?
Be our eyes and ears, act as our emissary, and when necessary, dispense with any competition. I have a plan, a vision that will change the course of Auntie's Choice.
Yes, Charles, your vision. Created alongside myself, a team of researchers, slew of marketing experts, a moon-spanning computronic gizmo, and not least of all, Auntie.
Well, count me in.
Wonderful! This is the kind of wily adventure in self-determinism you will absolutely not regret. Your first assignment demonstrates some of the very qualities we need. Something unexpected, or in truth, unprecedented, has happened at one of our repackaging facilities on Praetor.
If I understand correctly, they're having, something of a workforce issue. Don't know rightly what you call it. Workers are, well, asking for things. It's strange. They've stopped working. The workers there simply stopped.
Are they hibernating or in stasis or something?
They expressed, and I know this is going to sound more than a bit strange, dissatisfaction. They said they won't return to work unless things at the plant improve.
Oh, they've unionized.
They stated, until we meet their demands. As though employees have a right to demand anything of their employers.
They're striking. You're talking about a workers' strike.
Striking? You're saying they're about to turn violent?
Oh my god.
Yes, well, if they're this delusional, violence is the next natural step. Who do they intend to strike?
Oh my god. No, it's an old Earth term. It means they've stopped work to force you to negotiate.
Dear law, what a bunch of devious, ungrateful, greedy little prigs! After all the opportunities Auntie's given them to repay us like this, I'm so disappointed.
So what do you suggest we do about such an utterly unheard of situation? It is absolutely imperative that we get those people back to work, whatever it takes.
I'll figure out something once I'm on the ground.
Wonderful. You'll go to Praetor,
Oh,
meet
Praetor.
the plant's overseer, and mediate an end to this lunacy, which gets those ingrates back to work.
I have zero doubt Auntie and I will be completely impressed by your efforts. Unless you disappoint, in which case I will disavow that statement.
Taking out DeVries? There's wouldn't happen to be the universe trying to tell us something, would it?
Do you think it's trying to tell us something?
I reckon it's saying that all our political machinations will mean nothing in due time. Nature will always defeat us. But we can learn to work with it.
Nature will
like with the
always
Rift
defeat
Tech.
us.
By the way, what DeVries said about Auntie and the Rift Tech, don't take it to heart, huh? Auntie ain't an idiot. Much as she loves business, reckon she loves self-preservation even more.
Maybe you're right, but we can't leave anything to chance.
I'd agree with you, but I reckon we don't have the time to seek out certainty. Still, since we're here, think we ought to see if we can secure a meeting with Auntie. Your boss was clear. We'll need all the help we can get to close these rifts. Whether we gain that help from Auntie or not, I won't lose sight of that. Our galaxy's survival is of far more consequence than our loyalties. Anyway, appreciate you hearing me out.
Okay, we'll talk later. The final lesson.
I hope you're enjoying your time on the Undisputed.
Sportsmanlike conduct is rated? Ha! That won't put posteriors in the seats. A blood sport without blood sounds like
Speak to Ruth. Speak to Auntie. How am I going to speak to... Enemy alliance thwarted.
Them wraps all taken care of yet?
Yep. Good news, yes. Bad news, the creature combat conditioning deck is kind of a mess.
All good news to me, friend. Anything happens down there is not my responsibility. I have ceased all manner of worry and fret. Here's the unagreed upon amount that constitutes your fee.
Demotion report. Praetor or you visit their headquarters at Laplace's garden.
Unimportant position within experimental operations.
Commander, over here. Commander, wanted to chat with you about the cartridge that courier gave us. Ain't heard from Ortiz in, might well have been a year at this point. That's how it goes when you've fallen behind and the others got no choice but to keep moving. If he's spending his hard-earned bits to contact me now, there must be a real good reason. Would you watch the message with me? Suppose I am. He's a good friend of mine, or at least he was. I missed him. But I weren't under any presumptions that our friendship would last the moment our unit was dissolved, or we otherwise parted ways. If something's wrong, I ain't in any position to fix it.
Won't know for sure until we watch it, shall we?
True. Thanks, Commander. Would you do the honors and get it going?
Inez, it's Ortiz. Look, I ain't got long. Neither for this message nor for life. I made a mistake. I signed up to get grafted, but it's gone wrong. Should have known when I got to the lab that something was off. It was a secret, they said. We couldn't tell no one. And now my blood's infected and I'm as good as dead. Law, I just wanted to be like you. Throw myself at the problem, wrestle it down. But I should have listened when they told me about how your graft hurt you. How it failed you. I should have reached out sooner. Maybe things would have been different. Please, find that lab on Cloister. It's in an ice cave, but I ain't sure where exactly. They hid it good. Whatever you're doing is, stop them. Don't let them do this to anyone else. Please.
Commander, I ain't sure what to make of Ortiz's message. He's dying. If it's as he says, I ain't got a choice. I gotta find that lab and put a stop to things. Will you help me? Thank you, Commander. Now we just need to find those ice caves on Cloister. We keep our lamps lit, we ought to find the lab without much of a fuss. I hope.
The ice moon's eccentric orbit around Elysium barely keeps it in the habitable zone, though it remains the host to Laplace's garden and Order the Ascendant stronghold. Cloister's permafrost provides the perfect housing for the archive, the largest computational machine ever built. This calculatory device is liquid cooled to a functional temperature by Cloister's subsurface sea.
Moment of your time, Commander. Remember that matter on Cloister I mentioned earlier? Well, since we're here and all, thought we might take it up now. Might be hard to believe, but 20 or so odd years ago, I made a mistake. Feels like high time I righted it. Now I'm out and about again.
Wasn't this about research considered heretical by the Order?
That's where the error occurred, I believe. Others judged it such. I shut it down. Believe I was wrong to do so. For many years now, a former colleague of mine's been in a remote spot called Reasons Pass, on account of my decision.
Oh, I've never met an Order heretic before. Is she bad at math?
Hardly. Quite the opposite, in fact. She's one of the finest minds to ever grace the Order. Her research was unconventional, surely. She was as well. I think with both, we could right things, get the Order back on its intended path.
We can go right now if you'd like.
Do appreciate it, Commander.
Take the crazies together.
Uninfected ones. Perhaps. weather is quite conducive for cooling the archive, and unconducive for me feeling my fingers.
Of the Order's future. Keep those eyes open, soldiers! Hold. We're presently observing a ceasefire with Auntie's choice, but its duration may be subject to sudden reversal. Would hate for you to get caught in any crossfire.
Well, my goal is to keep the ceasefire going, so... thanks for the warning. So, then may I ask what you're doing out here?
Gathering data on the enemy's movements and behavior. Blizzards raise the degree of difficulty, but that's our problem, not yours.
Sounds like you're having a tough time.
Cloister has been a difficult front, and losing the archive, first to the invaders and now to the Protectorate, has made it even more painful.
Ooh, that's not good.
Never mind the rifts. If you're looking for a way to help us out, I recommend heading to Laplace's garden. Follow this path and you can't miss it.
Sounds like a good idea, thanks.
Avalanche collapsed part of the tunnel to the garden, so the safest path is along the cliffside here. Mind your step.
Avalanche.
I find your proposed time frame unaccountably so.
But going any faster grossly increases the threat of collapse.
I suppose I could spare 0.004% of my days.
Calculating
Say
an
hello.
inverse complex sine function in my head.
Jeez. Talk sense. Okay, should have just listened to him.
Happy to chat for 0.07 seconds. Oh, time's
Cause
up. Bye.
trouble, and I will school you chapter and verse.
What is this stuff even used for?
You have a very non-scholarly look about you.
A very oh, cheers. The Mangula.
Did you receive your personalized order prediction yet? I'll admit to a bit of trepidation. Received since deployment.
Honestly, the ones you get in the field are lifesavers. I would have been dead 3 times over without mine.
Heard that rift? Halt! The Oracle Laureate sent ahead to expect someone matching your description. However, he said nothing about admitting questionable allies. Cultist. Agitators are not permitted inside Laplace's garden. Your companion will have to wait outside.
How'd you like to find your insides waiting outside?
I find that an improbable outcome were we to engage in violent conflict. The Oracle Laureate is our foremost seer. Exclude Laureate Beckett said to accommodate you as is this. You'll discover all you need.
I should have known.
You're cleared to enter. Go on in.
Okay, let's see what they want.
Ah, Agent, I have a message for you. On behalf of the Order of the Ascendant and her impermeable wisdom, the presiding bishop Ruth Bassar, welcome to Laplace's garden. The presiding bishop is presently indisposed, but I've been instructed to direct you to the Artificer Laureate for whatever pressing matter has brought you to the garden. She's working in Belvedere Hall's secondary courtyard. Enter the large building at the top of the mesa ahead and follow the first hall on your right.
I was led to believe that Vicar Alden may also be expecting me. Can you direct me to him?
Oh, yes. The vicar did ask me to direct you to him. How positively forgetful of me. He should be waiting for you in Belvedere Hall's main courtyard at the top of the stairs. The Artificer Laureate is head of the Department of Applied Scientism, overseeing the exemplars, or craftsmen, of our order. Weapons and technology all fall under her purview. Oh no, not at all. The presiding bishop routinely spends time in a sensory deprivation chamber to hone her mental faculties. Of course, she does seem to be logging more hours in the chamber of late, but I'm certain that's all part of the plan. The rest of the Laureate Council is capable of managing affairs while the presiding bishop is occupied. Really, it's no reason for concern. Nothing in the garden is.
This place seems oddly calm for being in a war zone.
Look around you. I don't see a battlefield. Do you?
You know what I mean, the war against the Protectorate.
All conflict is transient in nature. To dwell on the negativity of a moment is to risk missing the opportunity of what comes next. Those in the garden have enough perspective to remain present and to focus on what matters: science and progress.
All very reasonable goals. The Order should be commended for its foresight.
And you for recognizing such quality of vision. But now, I fear I have kept you long past an ideal duration. May all your problems precede solutions.
May all your problems precede solutions.
Are you going to be a problem? Because I have a solution that requires very little computation.
Time to see if the rumors about this place are true.
Wow, that is very, very pretty. Caffeine integration point.
I'm cutting you off there, Charles. Welcome to the CAF integration point. Will it be caffeine or convictions today?
Convictions?
Convictions are statements which promote personal and professional confidence and well-being, leading to 22.9% more scientific breakthroughs in a given quarter. Interested?
I've got time to kill, hit me.
Before I can administer your conviction, I need to ask you a question. In what area of your life do you feel you need the most improvement? Personal or professional? Expand on that for me.
I'm feeling guilty for what happened to one of my teammates. He got hurt because of me.
That was a long time ago, Commander. Ain't a can worth kicking around in your head. Not when I've made my peace.
You are not bound to repeat the mistakes of the past. The future is limitless. Good. Never forget that you are a valuable factor in the universal equation and necessary to advancing the plan. Now then, a brief conversation is customary following the initial service. I haven't seen you around before. New project appointment? Must be an adjustment, all things considered.
An adjustment? I'm not sure what you mean.
Come now, don't tell me you haven't noticed our particular strain of hospitality here in the garden. I can only imagine how odd such an abundance of tranquility and friendliness must seem when contrasted with, well,
the war.
Anywhere else in Arcadia, especially in the middle of a war, and so near active fighting. Almost unfeasible, wouldn't you say?
You know, you do a passable impression of a scientician. Did you grow up near one of our settlements? Have a few years of order training?
I'm quite sure I don't know what you mean.
Oh, I understand you may technically count as a member, but there's a perfunctory element to your articulation. You don't believe in the plan, and you're clearly up to something. She sized you up almost immediately, Commander. Been softly probing you for information. I clocked her the first moment she opened her mouth.
I trust you. You're really wrong about, well, anything, really.
Appreciate that. I spent decades undercover with only self-affirmations to assuage my vacillating morale. Well, do I have to shoot up the place? Or will you come clean immediately? Who do you work for, little mole?
By the architect, keep your voice down, please. Even if what you say is true, this isn't a conversation best had amidst present company. Let's talk somewhere more private. Behind the cath integration point, perhaps?
What the hell's going on? Oh, what the hell's going on with her?
You must be curious why I asked for such a discreet rendezvous.
All this cloak and dagger stuff has suddenly piqued my interest.
Allow me to whet your appetite for intrigue a little further, shall I? I have adequate reason to believe the Order is conducting a mass experiment on the population of Laplace's garden.
Oh. Slow down, what are you talking about?
The Order is not cultivating its perfect, plan-abiding society through careful ideological pruning, as the laureates would have you believe. It's simple pharmacology. Put bluntly, they're regulating the emotions of everyone in Laplace's garden through drugs in the water supply.
You don't seem to be infected.
I'm limiting my water intake and using other pharmaceuticals to combat the effects. It's not a perfect system, but it works adequately enough.
Fine, but why would the Order want to do this?
Why would the Order want to create a society of undistractable little academics whose only desire is to advance the plan? I wonder. Moderate your volume, please. No one here is in any immediate peril. Probably. The Order claims the subjects here supposedly consented to participate, but it was begun prior to the schism with the Protectorate, so who's to say? Regardless, if the Order has made some kind of pharmaceutical breakthrough, imagine how useful it might be to certain parties to know about it in advance.
Who are you working for? I know you're not really with the Order.
I represent a group of information traders who would pay well to get their hands on a sample of this drug. Interested?
You're with Sub Rosa, aren't you?
So you've heard of us. Good. That makes this easier. My primary task has been to watch the Order. But I'm confident my superiors would agree. Physical proof is of far greater value than mere rumor.
Sounds like something worth investigating. Count me in.
All you need to do is enter water reconditioning and collect a sample of the drug. I believe they call it perspective. This passcode will give you access to the main terminal. Watch the guards patrol before making your way into the facility. If worst comes to worst, I wager Laureate Beckett also has a keycard on him, but that might be tricky to lift. Lately, he's been sitting near the fountains, performing his silly little breathing exercises. If he's not there, then he's likely in conference with the presiding bishop. Whatever you do, be discreet. I can't have any laureates asking questions about me. Understood?
Hold on, if the drug is in the water supply, why can't you just get it from there?
It's too diluted by the time it enters circulation. I need the unfiltered drug, which is only accessible to those working in water reconditioning.
Anything else you can do to help me with this task?
Outside of work, I have, let's call it an alternative inventory, and I'd like to offload some of this.
Okay, be right back in a little sec. Okay. Where will we acquire a key card?
A second makeup exam will not be off, so I hope you studied this time, Briar.
clear throat.
If you need to discharge any sputum, I ask you kindly aim such accretions away from my general direction. Thank you.
Just what is it you're doing?
Oh, just passing time by calculating high probability diametrics within an error margin of 0.05. I'm waiting for the results of a rather exciting prediction, you see. Sometime last year, I predetermined an occasion of momentous import would happen today, right here, at these very coordinates.
No offense, but that seems pretty vague.
None taken. Oh, but now I've forgotten to introduce myself properly, haven't I? Leslie Beckett, Oracle Laureate, Seer Supreme, leader of the Department of Predictive Analysis, and not terribly good at informal introductions, evidently.
Commander Rosia. Nice to meet you, Lorette Beckett.
Forgive me if I don't shake hands. I prefer to keep my skin microbiome free of exogenetic cells. You understand? But now, if I'm not mistaken, you must be the agent we've been expecting. I knew loitering at this location would yield results. I, don't suppose you've stumbled upon any of our excogitation chapels around Cloister by chance?
I don't even know what an excogitation chapel is.
Excogitation chapels are order residencies where one can meditate in solitude on specific theorems relating to the plan. They're scattered all around Cloister. Prior to the war, such focused study led to all manner of breakthroughs, with audio logs routinely kept by the scientician in residence. In these unprecedented times, such logs could harbor hidden wisdom. However, with the war on, I've sadly been unable to get my hands on the last of these recordings.
Say no more.
Oh no, I couldn't possibly ask you to endanger yourself by seeking out these logs. Cloister is rather treacherous, and some of the chapels are difficult to reach by design. However, if you happened upon these chapels and recovered these logs, I would most certainly be interested in their contents. By my reckoning, the amount of logs to be collected is 4. You have that? 4. No more, no less. Each chapel should have at least one somewhere inside.
While I have you, there's something else I'd like to discuss.
I'm happy to answer any questions you may have.
Can you speak to rumors about an experiment involving the garden's water supply?
How do you know about that? I mean...
Oh, it's true.
Quite the allegation. I deny it effusively.
I'm only seeking to avoid accidentally compromising the experiment if it's ongoing.
As you have cleverly sussed out, Laplace's garden is the subject of an experiment into social conditioning, or curating, if you will, through the use of therapeutic pharmacology.
I'm listening.
We have been administering a pharmaceutical to the population of the garden via the water supply that aids in emotional regulation. We call it perspective. It's odorless, harmless. Well, apart from the withdrawal, but I can assure you we have our best minds working on that little issue. Minor complication at worst.
What kind of withdrawal are these subjects experiencing?
Irritation, paranoia, increased desire to gamble, oddly enough.
Increased
All management
gambling?
Conditions, of course. We are increasingly operating with fewer resources, however, and most regrettably, we've had to eject more and more subjects from the experiment in order to continue it. In a plan-perfected universe, we would have ample time to wean participants off perspective before sending them out of the garden. But, alas, we do not live in that universe. Yet.
I don't know. Something about this feels off.
Fortunately, your discomfort is not a determining factor in the continuation of the program. Primarily, though not exclusively, because you don't live here, at any rate. I have no interest in debating the ethics of this experiment with a layperson. No offense.
I'll be going now. Let's meet with Ruth.
Agent, over here. Ah, there you are. I was informed by Gertie you've agreed to help us reconvene negotiations. With your aid, Auntie's Choice and the Order will soon be rivals no longer. Just think of all we can accomplish if our two sides reject fractiousness and combine our efforts. Remember, seek out ways to help both sides. Engender trust. Gertie and I will let you know when it's time to move forward.
You can rely on me, Vicar.
In the meantime, I might recommend you work on honing your oratory skills. Our presiding bishop and Auntie Cleo can be challenging to debate with.
Okay.
A visitor. It's for the best that you're talking to me now instead of mid-work. I do seem to have a slight propensity for stabbing randomly with my tools when interrupted, but I suppose that's enough time spinning in the statements column. Speak away.
I received a message that Ruth was indisposed and to speak with you in her stead.
What are you... Beckett. Another prediction that he hasn't seen fit to notify me about. A more cynical exemplar might posit his doing this to be intentional. If you're here, I imagine you aim to petition the presiding bishop for her support, which is hardly a surprise. She is the most important individual in Arcadia.
So, can I see her or what?
Not if I cannot gauge for certain if you can be trusted. I cannot allow just anyone to wander into Ruth's quarters. But there is something you could do to prove yourself worthy. A myriad of cultists have taken over the settlement of Newton, which is a nearby site of historical but not strategic significance. I want them gone. Once there was a bridge stretching from the settlement to the archive, but it was destroyed by a rift. Best keep your distance should you travel there.
I can deal with these cultists if it means earning the Order's trust.
I'll withhold my appreciation until this task is complete. May you act within the equation's confines.
Probably best to mention this to Asa before we smear blood all over Newton.
No, it couldn't be without the Artificer Laureate's permission.
Hey! Only security personnel are permitted. Lift access is currently restricted. Keep moving.
Every day, the operating theater is not conducting view. That is not an invitation to return to your study and perform exploratory.
Strange to see all this vacant space after the overcrowding at Matriarch's Mercy. Plenty of room for refugees here. If only the Order administrants got their act together.
I won't think twice about applying the precise amount of force. You have no verifiable right to be here. Well, don't you look run of
How
the
did your
medium?
hypothesis about the flowers fail?
Exposing them to melodic sound waves on a consistent basis did affect improvements in their overall growth.
And you controlled for the amount of carbon dioxide expelled from your mouth during the
I was recently made aware of a not oft used complaint box. How quaint! In truth, I have no complaints, only one particular quandary. Some of my neighbours were reassigned recently, yet no one has come to take their place. Where have they gone, and why do their quarters remain empty? Would it not be more appropriate to fill these dormitories with more inquiring minds? Laplace's garden remains as beautiful as ever, but it can feel a bit isolating at sometimes.
Lovely day for differential geometry.
The scientician surplus. No more than what you need.
Welcome to the scientician surplus. Please
Crabble hatching, eh? Cover fire? From Newton. Auntie's choice is the best choice. I want to get trusted at least.
Use caution as you progress. There's been reports of
Ursopods.
Give the order and I'll take care of him, Commander.
We've dealt with all of them. Ah, that was a close one.
How the hell did I survive that? Heavy machine gun.
Soldier, please assess your pain on a variable scale of 1 to 100, with 1 being entirely pain-free and 100 being the worst.
You know,
You
you
okay?
strike me as someone
Seem
with a
off
very
by a few
small
decimal
body of
points.
published work.
Okay. That must be Newton then. Oh, they just doing advertising.
Do you see these magnificent weapons? They have the greatest destructive potential the Protectorate can bring to bear. Tell me then, why should they not have been installed here?
Please don't take me on a co-tangent.
God.
Another object, just gone. Nothing should work that way. No matter how often the data's... Excuse me, I don't... Salutations. We've been doing our utmost to find ways to manipulate this rift or extract data from it. Unfortunately, our efforts have been ineffective thus far. I suppose it's too much to hope for, but would you, perchance, happen to have any practical experience with or mathematical understanding of the rift phenomena? Hmm?
I just have a few ideas. Yeah, should I go do that? I really want to get trusted first, though. Those are massive guns, though.
Captain, I fear I have a confession. Seems the Protectorate has been gaining ground since winning control of the archive.
UNEAC has likely been sorting out the logistic problems. Like a moon-sized computer to do it. Imbeciles.
The most extraordinary specimen. What's that?
Anti's choice thinks they will convince with this poor quality propaganda.
Not in the mood for a random interaction. Thank you.
Crabble piecers in the Protectorate would fall for it, though.
I wouldn't doubt that for a second.
Hey, have you seen Junior Acolyte Nelson around anywhere?
Let's just run around, collect all the spots.
That bridge has seen better days.
Proceeding to attack.
Standing by to stupefy.
Let me know when you need a distraction.
Simples. There's so many dead bodies. What the hell's this? Oh my god. What's in here then? Variable resistor monitor. Usually there will be an indicator of what this monitor needs to be set to. Instead, there's just a cryptic message. The stars are especially beautiful. Science 11.
That sending me into desolation would mend what he saw as wounds in my mind. The first few weeks were horrible. Grief dogging my every step. Nightmares of my murdered colleagues. But then, the nightmares began to ease, and the grief ebbed away. What replaced them is emptiness. The
Emptiness?
order speaks of humanity becoming something more. But their words are insufficient speculation. There is nothing more to be. Only dust and death, and the rifts await us. Those rifts, I find the absolute annihilation they offer oddly soothing. Perhaps I will make one last pilgrimage. One last journey on the path from nothing to nowhere.
Welcome, distinguished. Sorry, time is bits is time.
Welcome, big spender.
Auntie's Choice welcomes you to Forward Operating Base 136, Future Consumer. You should take care in this hostile climb. Risks include inclement weather, hostile animals, risk of collateral damage, leaking uranium, artillery, shrapnel, frostbite, cave-ins, hypothermia, cultists, landmines, long falls, gangrene, damaged electrical equipment, and insect bites.
I haven't seen any insects here.
You never know. That's enough for rote greetings. You're not a feckless civilian, or you would
Jeez.
have died halfway here, so I'll speak plainly. Cloisters asthai. I want off-planet yesterday, with my extremities intact, and that necessitates aid. You do my work for me, I can pay.
What do you need done?
Some Protectorate jackanapes are holed up on some main routes near here, thereby separating us from the rest of our force. Remove them by any means. Preferably by killing them and scattering their remains to the winds, but so long as they're gone, I don't much care.
They'll be vacated with prejudice.
The sooner you get rid of them, the sooner I can take credit. Clear the Protectorate out from under the bridges and you'll get your pay. Get to fighting or get to dying.
If I have a failing in my life, it's a poor sense of when taking a promotion is actually a step backwards for my career. The examples are myriad, but by far the shoddiest wisdom I've exhibited was marrying to gain this damnable military commission without investigating where I'd be assigned or who I'd be contracted under. The Protectorate Retreat, our strategic administrator, mistook for their line, collapsing, has instead proven to be a masterful feint. It lured us into a three-front war that puts insane cultists to one side, gun-toting mathematicians to the other, and the Protectorate ready to clean up the survivors. In desperation, I offer treble bonuses to whichever unit can punch out through... Rehydrated water.
I'm open to ideas. What would you expect that they've done with the archive?
Clearly they've added more automechs and turrets, and I believe they have more soldiers. Apparently they know how to do
it. It can't be that much more fortified than when we were running the place, can it?
Trust me, it is.
I cannot believe how bloody cold this place is. I can literally see my words freeze before my face as I say them.
Oh, stop complaining. At least the ship's hull breaks the wind. Imagine how
the scrappers are getting closer and sniffing around at night.
Okay, I suppose
They
that's
give
true.
me the creeps.
I would rather have them scavenging than attacking us. So long as they stay over there, I say
Yeah.
I've checked and retracked my contract. They're boring.
don't work too hard now. You'll make us look bad.
Gotta feed the beast.
Let me know when you need a distraction.
Oh.
On your toe.
Oh, God.
Start walking this off.
Thank you. Commander, throwing energy your way.
Knew you had my back.
Fix position so I can take the injury.
Oh, it's so annoying when I have the wrong gadget. Maybe I should just press this.
resorting to violence.
Investigating hostile intentions. Proceeding to attack.
Okay, just sneak around, take them out one by one. One by one.
Better keep my lamps open.
So, I'm trapped. Messages to the Order left unanswered. Tried to run. Got about 2/5 of me gouged out. A lot of blood. Less now. Spent much of my life wondering what I'd say at the end. Trying to think of the words for this felt like reading a thesis before the presiding bishop. But a lot of people die, and not a lot of final words get remembered. Certainly no one will hear these. So why worry about being meaningful? What matters is who I was when I was alive. And if I was predestined to be ursapod food. I think maybe I would have liked to re-roll the odds.
Northeastern ice caves.
This distress signal? Auntie's choice by my guess, but Inez will know for sure.
Oh, I need to bring her, don't I? God. I'm going to the other place. So I'll do that tomorrow.